Hello, this is Jeff Crabtree and welcome to Cooking with Crabber, vlog number 4. What's on the menu today, you ask? Well, it's time for Gorilla's Prime. First thing we always do is get the Morning Star. It's right here, Gorilla's Prime. I'm gonna do it 30 seconds on one side, 20 seconds on the other, because I'm gonna put cheese for the other 10. Here's the buns I use. Put them in the freezer so they stay fresh longer. I don't know what you guys do. Cook this bun 10 seconds and then another 10 seconds. Well, no, 20 seconds. I'm gonna do this bun 20 seconds. Cut the bun in half. I just eat a half, guys. I'm eating other meals during the day, so I kind of stretch it out. Okay. Put the other half back. Right now, I got the veggie, I'm gonna cut it in half. Put together like that. This is the cheese I use right here. Right here, put the cheese on top of there. I'm gonna hit this another 10 seconds in the microwave. Okay, cook that for another 10 seconds. Now, put this. Okay, we're ready to go to the next one. We're progressing. There you go. showed you this last time. This is the salad thing I get. And it comes with these almonds too that are real good. Sliced almonds, got wonton strips, cashews, there's carrots in the bottom of this thing. Right there. That's for me. I like this spinach because it lasts longer. You can keep this for almost a week and it. There we go. See? Lettuce. Put some lettuce on top of there. Make it a little healthier. Here's the mustard I use. You've seen this before. See how that looks? That's looking good right there. Put it on top. This is what I'm eating for chips today. Nacho cheese, Doritos. Last thing is an apple. And don't forget to take this peel off, because you'll be unhappy to get that in your mouth. So looking pretty good today, guys. Got the apple on there now. Here we go. See? Now we got all this right here. The almonds, the lettuce. We're gonna go over here and I'm gonna watch a video with you guys that I have prepared. Okay. So, I think we're ready. It's time to eat, guys. Let's go. Today I'm going to show you the 100th episode of Kill Tony. This episode occurred in April of 2015, which was about a little over a year after I left Kill Tony, because I left in January of 2014. So this was a little after a year after I left Kill Tony. I was returning for the 100th episode. Nacho Doritos. You like these? All right, this is what I want you to notice about this when we watch this is Tony did an excellent job of bringing this audience to the edge of their seats. The anticipation level that night was just off the charts. Tony doesn't have any other guest or character that can do this, so that's why I'm his secret weapon. Okay, that was a good start to a meal. Let's go over and start watching this.
Now, Pat has been the co-host of this show. He's been the man on the side, the band leader for what, like a few weeks now?
About 4 or 5 weeks, Tony.
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun. Yeah. We found out that we have this amazing chemistry, which is always exciting. And for those of you that may not know, I know some of you have obviously been to this show before, but some of you might not know the whole backstory that after the first episode of this show, there was a man who came up to me in a $5,000 suit that was supposed to be the Iron Patriot, who's a spin-off character of Iron Man. It's like a more American version of Iron Man. And he came up to me after episode 1 and he said, I want to be part of the show in any way possible. I said, great, you're going to be set decoration, and you're going to stand next to the stage, and you're just going to stand there. After a couple weeks, it turned out we started letting him talk a little bit, and he was so obnoxiously weird that it was funny. So then we put a mic in front of him. And this went all the way for about, what, 30 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Until
the Doug Loves Movies podcast, right. Or the Doug Gets High podcast.
Yeah, Getting Doug with High. We did Getting Doug with High. We brought the original co-host, the Iron Patriot, along with us. And he sabotaged the entire show.
Yeah.
We told him very clearly before the show, do not talk unless you're spoken to. And he took over the entire show. Which, on Getting Doug with High, which is a show where you smoke pot throughout the entire show, is really frustrating.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever been high and furiously angry at the same time, but it's not a great combo. It's like a whiskey vodka. It's like just mixing. But it happened, and it was crazy, and so we parted ways. His last words to us were, when this show gets picked up for TV, or for something like that, I'd be willing to come back.
Minus Red Band.
Right.
He hates me.
There had to be a live stream, there had to be so many things. This guy had so many demands, so he left the show. Then we started replacing him with a brand new Patriot every single week, and then eventually, we just realized, why not have the guy that plays music, why not give him a shot? And Pat just stuck. But since it's Tony 100 and we're crazy fucks on this show,
and Pat hasn't really been working out really that well. Let's be honest about it.
Yeah.
Very funny, Brian.
Yeah, we love Pat. We love Pat. That's an interesting angle. I see where you almost went there.
Right.
But
Didn't play along.
But what's crazy is that, the Patriot's been begging me. He left about episode 30, we'll say. Ever since episode about 31. He started begging me to be part of the show again. And, we just couldn't do it because he clearly couldn't take direction. But just for one night, just to see how it goes, we're gonna have Pat work with one of the hardest people to work with in the world. I don't know why I would bring a nuclear bomb on my 100th episode that could totally detonate at any point, but I decided to go for it anyway. Let's see how it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the one and only, the original Iron Patriot. If you know anything about him, it's $5,000 suit, he can barely move it. He can't sit down in this suit. Wow, almost a huge fall for the big welcoming back. It's been 70 episodes. There he is, everybody, the Iron Patriot. That's one of his special things. That's one of 4 special things he can do is that sound that he makes with his mouth. Want to fire that up again, Patriot, so we can hear you? What's that buzz coming from? Josh, Buzz, Josh. Where is that?
Yeah, Josh just runs away.
Just the energy of the Iron.
Okay, let me talk about how I did not like this. See right here, Tony's talking about a buzz, a sound. Now, the reason there's this sound, buzz, is because when Pat got done, I forwarded past, the beginning of the show has Pat and Jeremiah playing music, which is great. If you ever want to, you should go watch the whole 100th episode because Pat and Jeremiah do a lot of great music and stuff before the show starts. But when Pat got done playing guitar, he just unplugged the cord and threw it on the stage. And he didn't make sure that Red Band knew and turned down the volume on that track, because what you're going to see here is Josh is going to be the one that's going to discover it's coming from the guitar track that Pat was plugged in. It was turned up and the cord was just on stage. So once he turned that down, it was fine. But this just was not nice. I mean, here I am making my debut after so long. I'm not wanting a buzz, so I don't know. It ended up being funny, I guess, but let's go on.
Iron Patriot just brought down the entire show. How do you ruin the electricity, literally? This is our system of figuring out what that part's doing.
Yeah, Josh just starts moving water bottles around.
He just touched a microphone.
Yeah.
Well, that didn't do it, Josh.
It's done now.
It's the guitar.
Oh, okay. Patriot, welcome back. Josh, can you help coach that microphone so that somehow they can meet in the middle? We'll see how it sounds. Patriot, say something.
I will lead these new Avengers into battle against anyone who would threaten my way of life. I am the Iron Patriot.
I kind of missed it, I'll be honest, right?
I don't know. I can't believe he just says the same lines as he did before. I thought he'd evolve a little bit, like something cool. Any new shit, Patriot?
For every life you say, there's a million
Ways to die. I heard this. That's not new. You just completely ignored the question that I asked you. All right, we heard your caboose. All right, settle down. I asked you if you had any new sayings or something.
Just between me and you, here's my little secret. The bad guy always wins. Me killing you is just perfect symbolism for the times.
Yeah, if that sound at the end was you bombing, it was pretty accurate.
Patriot, it looks like your costume's gotten a little bit more beat up since last. I see sponges and stuff sticking out of it. That's a car wash sponge right there in your armpit, right?
How did you get so scratched up, man?
Yeah, I got those sponges at Home Depot.
I think you're answering the wrong question. We don't literally
I knew, okay, right here, just let me hear.
need to know where you got the sponges. How'd you get the scratches on the side of things?
See right there where Tony said we didn't need to know where you got the sponges. I knew that would be funny to say I got that at Home Depot. When I'm in character, I know what's going to be good, even though it makes me look nerdy as hell. Because I knew they didn't care about if I got that sponge, but I just threw it out there. So let's go.
This costume was sent to me battle-worn from England. They made it in England. The other sculptor was in Norway. One of them was working in England. They sent it to me battle-worn.
What kind of battle? What kind of battle? Was anybody wearing a thing where they can't sit down and they can't...
Yeah.
You almost fell on the first 2 stairs that you saw.
Yeah.
What is it, somebody battling in that outfit?
Yeah.
What do you mean worn to battle?
Yeah.
You're not answering any of my questions.
Now, Patriot, since you've been...
See, Tony doesn't understand. There's a whole style of cosplay that's battle worn. I'm not trying to say I was in actual battles. It's just that's a style of... See, Tony doesn't know about the cosplay world. And the guy that the sculptor that sent me this from England, he sent it to me kind of dirty and with some stuff on it that looked like it was been banged up a little, because he intentionally wanted to have that battle worn look that a lot of cosplayers do online if you look up, so let's go back.
Gone, you've been making a lot of collages with me and Tony of pictures with weird music, and me and Tony have actually been very scared for our lives. What was the motivation behind all that?
It's a new kind of music video. I use pictures, and I put the song that I wrote with it that I feel fits the song. Like I did Holy Moly for you, Tom.
It's a slideshow. It's a slideshow.
I like Pat's music.
Yeah.
I've been watching this show live since February. Every Monday at 8 o'clock, I'm on a routine. I smoke some weed, and I watch the show. And I've been listening to Pat's music. I saw him saying something about a Facebook stalker song or something.
The thing they were saying about the slideshows, that surprised me. In 2014, I was putting out some slideshows. I just like to put pictures with music, and I don't know, if you look at it wrong, it can look pretty creepy, but I think it's funny. And but I didn't know they were going to bring this up. I didn't even know if they noticed, because I did a slideshow with Tony and I did one of Brian. And I didn't, until this moment in the show, I didn't even know if they'd ever heard or saw that on Twitter when I put those on there. So this show was full of surprises. And and then Pat, he puts me down saying, oh, it's a slideshow. Don't try to act like it's some kind of, because I was trying to say it's a new kind of music video, but he was like, that's a slideshow. So I kind of tried to distract the conversation after that and try to give him some compliments, and then you'll hear what I say. I get compliment, you hear it.
He grew on me, and I like him. I want to do a song with him maybe later on.
A duo.
How about a let's not do that.
Pat, would you ever work with the Dirty Crabber?
Yeah, man. I like his processed electric voice. I think it would sound kind of cool.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, he's like the original auto-tune if it only had one note. Well, Patriot, I'm excited to have you back. It's going to be a lot of fun watching you and Pat's chemistry over there. The new and the old standing. I mean, that's episode 1 meeting episode 100 right there. Because Patriot, I highly doubt we're going to have you back next week. I really just don't see it working out.
Show next week. You're going to Vancouver.
Oh my God, he knows my schedule. No, yeah, we'll see you next week, Patriot.
Yeah.
No, we will be in Vancouver, by the way, next Monday. So if you're listening, if you're one of the streamers in Vancouver, come to our show.
Can I ask you a question real quick, Tony? Just real quick.
Oh, this is how it fucking happened. I'm getting Douglas high. This is exactly how it started. Okay.
Okay, I told my mom to watch the Justin Bieber roast, and she said the best
This
thing.
is such a hacky question.
What she said-
Okay, what?
The best segment, she said, was the Martha Stewart, in spite of the filthy jokes. Now, I want to know, what does your mom think of your filthy jokes?
She loves it. What are you talking about? It's a great question. She loves it. She made me this way. My mom's funnier and more evil than even I am. Great question. Special shout out to my mom who's watching a live stream. It took 4 family members to set up the Ustream so that she could watch it.
That's not a normal mom there, guys. My mom doesn't like my filthy jokes. And I guess if you guys think about your moms, I mean, isn't that more normal for a mother to hate filthy jokes? But his mother likes them, so. But I liked all that just happened there. Even when Tony makes me look like a stalker, nerd, creepy, whatever, I'll take the fall because it was funny, that part there where he was acting like, when I knew his schedule in Vancouver, and he was saying, oh, he knows my schedule, he knows where I am, and I don't mind that because it's hilarious, but okay.
Patriot, thank you very much for your input. I see what you did there. Patriot, thank you, and be quiet until I ask you a question for the rest of the show. You understand what I just said, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Guys, you know the show. Over 40 comedians signed up for the opportunity tonight to do 1 minute in front of that microphone right there. They always do 1 minute. They always do it in front of 2 of my funniest friends and guests who then we talk to them about anything. Maybe we give them advice. Maybe we make fun of something. Maybe we try to help them out in any way possible. Tonight, 2 of my favorite guests of all time, 2 of the funniest people that I know. Put your hands together for them, everybody. It's the one and only Dom Irrera and Joe Rogan. I'm so excited to have you guys back on the show. Last time, hi Dom.
Hi, Tony.
You remember the original Iron Patriot? You were here for him at one
It's a little
point.
before my time.
Really?
Yeah, of course. Who the fuck forgets this?
And Joe, this is definitely your first time being this close to the Iron Patriot, right?
Yes.
Patriot, you have any questions for our guests?
Yeah, I'll start with Dom.
Oh, boy.
Dom, you were raised in a large Italian family in South Philly.
What are you, a journalist?
Now, have you been back to your native country of Italy, and have you done comedy there before?
No, I've been to Ireland, which is the closest you can get, and I have done comedy there. And I don't ask me how I do because I don't want to brag. I kill. By the way, I'm very uncomfortable being back there with you alone.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck to
Let me
say.
ask you one more thing. I saw a clip of you
Jesus.
on The Tonight Show in 1989 with Jay Leno was filling in for Johnny Carson. Now, did you wish that would have been Johnny Carson instead, or how does that work?
What do you think? I'm wish you were Jay Leno.
Great question, Patriot. I wasn't. You have any questions for Joe?
Yeah, I want to talk to Joe.
Okay. Let me talk about the joke. Now that went well. The thing with Dom Irrera there, I thought that was funny. That all, even though he made me look stupid that I asked a stupid question, I didn't care because I just brought something out of him that was hilarious. So, okay, now here we go into Joe Rogan. Now I had been waiting to meet, this was the first night I met Joe Rogan, and I've been watching his podcast ever since, 2009. So I would always want to meet him. So here we are in 2015, 6 years after I first started listening to him. I'm finally meeting him, but this is what, and I got to set this up so you understand what happened here. Before the show, I was in this dressing room that was behind the stage, putting my costume on, getting ready. And all of a sudden, he surprised me and put his head in the door. When I'm in there, just surprised me. So here I am at this moment, this man I've been wanting to meet for so long. And here is the moment. I thought I wouldn't meet him till I'm out on stage, but he poked his head in. Now, I still, at that moment, I thought it was kind of like, how Jay Leno before the show will go around and say hi to the guests. My mind was saying that was what was happening. But now that I look back, see, this room, this little dressing room had a toilet in it. And now when I look back, I'm thinking maybe he was just wanting to come in and go to the bathroom, and then he happened to run into me. And because Tony, before the show started, Tony came home and he pissed like a racehorse in there before the show started. So I know these comedians probably look at that as a go-to bathroom that no one's going to be using. So, and then also when he peeked his head in, I didn't know what to say, so I just said, I said, thank you for mentioning me because one of the Joe Rogan experiences, it's going to be said on here. I can't remember what episode it was, but it was one with Aubrey Marcus. He and Brian brought me up on my Twitter page and talked about me, and Joe got to see my costume. And this was like way back in 2013 in like June or July or something, right when the July, August, just that summer of 2013, right when the show was starting. Brian talked about it on the Joe Rogan Experience and did a little thing of me. I showed a little video the first time I came to the Comedy Store that, the first thing Red Band posted on Instagram. So I didn't know. All week I was thinking about what question to ask him and stuff. So in that restroom, in the dressing room, I said thank you for that, and he acknowledged, that's cool that you're saying thanks. And the problem is, though, I gave away my question, because when we got out on stage here, that was my question. I was just gonna say it in front of all the fans how thankful I was he mentioned me on that show, and just try to start it off on a good foot. But he didn't like the fact he flipped that on me and made me stupid. But he brought it out, the truth, that I had already tried to ask him that. So you're gonna see here. And then I got flustered and I didn't know what to ask, and all I could think of is to ask what it's like going on the road with Tony, because Tony's told me that before with other guests. He just ask what it's like going out on the road or whatever, and because Tony doesn't like all my questions, so I just wanted to be, at that moment, I knew Joe. I wanted to just ask something kind of safe, and he could have talked about that for a long time, what it's like going out on the road with Tony, and because he loves Tony. And I said compared to other partners, because I know you, like when he goes with Joey Diaz, sometimes in the early days, Joey Diaz wouldn't even show up. So I just wanted to see the comparison, because I know Tony's different probably than other people went on the road. But he didn't like that, either of those questions, and he shut me down. And then what you're gonna see is Pat jumped in, and Pat, I don't know what Pat was, because Tony gave Pat a chance to ask his question. I don't know what Pat was planning to ask, but he obviously changed his question and this was brilliant. I'll always respect Pat Reagan for doing this, but he came up with a different question that went with the flow of what was happening right there at the present moment during the show. And he asked Joe Rogan about episode 299, which he didn't, and all the crowd got what was going on, because Pat didn't care about episode 299. He's just playing off what happened to me and making it funny. But somehow Joe didn't quite get it, even though the whole audience and everybody got what was happening. Joe didn't quite get it. He maybe thought this was another pathetic guy that watched his show from beginning to end every single minute, and knew he thought Pat was just as nerdy to me, because he was kind of wondering, like, is that a serious question? And then Pat even got him worse and asked who farted. And then Joe Rogan, he was about to throw he asked who was the guest. He was about to throw them under the bus for farting. I just think Joe, I don't think a lot of people notice this, but I think Joe is pretty exposed here of how just watch it and see what you think.
Joe, you might not remember this, but a while back on the Joe Rogan Experience number 367 with Bobby Marcus.
Are you going to tell me the same shit you already told me backstage?
No, but I want to for the podcast crowd.
Why are you pretending like you didn't already say it then?
Okay.
You said you might not remember this. Motherfucker, you just told me. What a shitty way to begin a conversation.
Okay, well, this is a question I'll ask. You go all over the world with Tony doing comedy. Now, what's it like going on the road with him? Is he, compared to other partners you went with?
These questions are fucking terrible. I refuse to help you.
And it's not called partners.
I know, what are you?
We're not comedy partners.
Okay, this is the last try, Joe. One more time.
No, you fuck.
No more questions, Patriot.
It's terrible. There's no
Can I do one more time?
No, Patriot, fucking no, you son of a bitch. No, stop talking. What did I tell you, Patriot? I told you before. Patriot, I told you before this show that if you get out of hand, I'm gonna have the two biggest store guys drag you and scrape your outfit all the way up to the middle of fucking sunset. All right, so just behave yourself and relax. I will talk to you when I ask for something. Then you can talk. You're an animal. Pat Reagan, do you have any questions for our guests?
Yeah, I do. Joe, in episode 299.
Patriot, that's why I got a fucking new guy. You got replaced, homie.
That's called timing, son.
Yeah.
Do you want me to finish the question? I heard a fart noise and I was just wondering who made the fart.
Who's on the? I've never made that on camera. Who's on the podcast?
Dom.
Are you serious?
What?
Next question, Dom Ira.
Dom, you have a lot of testosterone. Have you ever hit a woman?
You guys not go on Tumblr?
Well, there you go. Those are the questions. Those are the co-hosts. These are the guests. I have a couple crazy surprises coming up at any point for you fans of the show. Happen at any moment. So, you know the deal. Over 40 comedians signed up for the chance to do 1 minute. Comedians are scattered around this room right now, lining the walls, maybe hidden even amongst some of you audience members. You never know where they are.
I'm gonna go
Comedians,
ahead here.
you know your time
There's
is
some
up.
other
You're
moments in this show, but I didn't say much after that. I was just trying to recover. I was trying to be kind of nice at this show because I thought I was coming back. But
a brand new minute every single week.
I never knew this
She
was
came
the
here
end
and
for
she
me,
performed.
guys. I did not know this was the end. I thought, so I didn't want to be too, I wanted to be somewhat laid back, so, because I thought I was going to be in the mix after that, and that's why I was suggesting me and Pat do some music. I thought,
on this show 1 minute for her very first.
here's the end. The end here is pretty funny. This song by
At Cracker Barrel, we know the cheese you choose makes a difference. That's why we went to sunny California to choose the finest of smoked provolones. New black ribbon slices. Cracker Barrel. Cheese wisely.
I did not heard this song until this. That's a good thing about Red Band is he'll sometime turn me on to music I haven't heard. And this is Instant Crush by Daft Punk, but it's the singer of the Strokes, Julian Casablancas or something, who is the son of the great Casablancas fashion guy and model, fashion dude who does all that kind of shit. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's Instant Crush, but just listen to this song. Here I am at the end of the show, and I'll just tell you right here, I'm kind of feeling, I don't know how I feel about the show. I don't know how I feel about what's going on. I didn't feel right. I did not feel good at so it was almost like I kind of knew this was going to be the last time I was ever on the Comedy Store main stage, so I just had to enjoy it. I mean, I could have just left at this point, but I just hung around to the bitter end. And then you're going to see Sarah come over here and Kim, or maybe I already passed that moment, but I didn't even know what to say to them, or Okay, here's the part here. Funny what I do with the microphone. I think this is the part where okay, right here, look, John tried to help me. Look how funny this is. The microphone falls. And now look down here in the crowd here. They're laughing at me. Crowd members on the left. And all that. I love that. That makes me look bad. It's hilarious. Now here's something else. Daryl, somebody talked bad about me after I left the show. Right here. I'm kind of down, and you're going to see, like, if I could go back in time, I would have been more conversational with Sarah Weinshank, but I was kind of depressed because I don't know if I didn't know what to feel about the episode that just ended because I had such high hopes. I knew a lot of people were going to see it. Look, camera. See, nobody never said anything, never said anything to me. It's just weird. I want to say something about this. Now, this lady that's coming up here to take a picture with me, his name is Gail, and she's real cool. I'm friends with her on Facebook now, and she we had someone take the picture. This huge guy got on stage, and then she sent this picture to me. So I still have this photo, which I'll always treasure. But right here, and I want you to notice the guy that gets up on stage to take the picture for us. This guy is like a giant. He looks like he's almost 7 foot tall. Is it just me? But see if you notice. That guy, how tall are you? 8 feet tall.
Hey, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man.
I'm 6'4" in the costume.
Great show.
I got elevated.
Are you on Twitter too? Facebook is Jeff Crabtree. Yes, there's a lot of Jeff Crabtree. I don't know if you can find it, but you're not going to recognize me on that thing. Yeah, find me on there.
Okay, we're back. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. That was a dream come true, performing in the main room of the Comedy Store. I just wish I could have done it more. I don't know, maybe this is all good because it's going to make me more mysterious. You know, if I would have done it too much and too many Kill Tonys, it wouldn't be near as special because it's still on the plate at this. It's on the plate at this point. If Tony Still and Red Band want to still bring me back for the 500th episode, the 1000th episode, just for something special, it's there for the taking. Now, I mean, those guys have been so mean to me. I don't even know why I want to go back. People are wondering, how could you want to? But it's just, I hate to see things go to waste. That's the hardest part about it. It's just, I know it's some good shit. I mean, remember the part where Dom Herrera said, I made him feel uncomfortable backstage. See, that's because my costume is so awesome and nobody's seen anything like that. When he saw me backstage, when you see me in person, I'm huge, I'm wide, I'm tall, I got the lights. On the camera, when you see it in the video, it's not the same. It's cool, but when you're there in person, you think I'm about to kill you if you don't know who I am. So, you know, Dom Herrera, he said he felt uncomfortable, but those moments are only funny because the costume is awesome. That's what the show is missing now. Jeremiah's an unbelievable improv artist. He has a lot of incredible outfits, but he doesn't have anything that can make people, and there's a lot of moments. If you watch the old Kill Tonys, there's a lot of moments where it was funny. I mean, Eric Griffin in one of the episodes says, that's impressive, when he looked at my costume. Do you think he's going to say that to anybody else that's dressed as a mailman or the character they do now? It's just this costume, I put so much work into it. You see it, you know, right here. I mean, you're not even seeing the legs and the whole, you know, the arms and all that stuff. But I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. This was a pretty long one. I don't even know at this point how far it's gone, but I'll come back and see you guys again. Thanks once again. It's the Iron Patriot, Jeff Crabtree. See you later, alligator.